Welcome to Wheels, Deals, and Meals, where we talk all things good food, good business, and good cars. And now, here is your host, Arnold Gasita, founder and CEO of Petra Automotive Products. Let's roll.
All right, we are back in our extended episode here with Sam Diaz. Billy, who is the general manager of BB's Tex-Orleans, allowed us to be here. Billy, thank you so much for letting us do this. We appreciate it. I mean, where would we be without you, right?
Hey,
out in the rain, interviewing Sam, you know. Billy, how long have you been here?
BB's opened in 2007 in a little po' boy shop over in the Montrose. It was just about 1,500 square feet, very small place. This location's been here since 2011, and we're 13 locations strong, with one of them being in San Antonio.
How long have you been here?
I've been here since I came on board about the same time this location opened here in the Heights, since 2011.
Okay.
Yeah.
You like it?
I love it. I love it. I love it. It's a family-owned and operated, growing small business, and it's a pleasure to work for.
What makes a restaurant like this? Like, you walk in and you feel the ambiance, and you feel the ambiance with the customers. What makes a place like this so special?
Well, I think, you know, first and foremost, our purpose. You know, we want to make Mama proud. Brooks Bassler opened like I mentioned, opened BB's in 2007 with his grandmother's recipes in his hand, and since then it's been a mission to make our customers crave more, and it's all it takes, you know.
So this is Mama, right?
Right here, you got
Did I say it right?
That's Mama, yeah.
And they're from Louisiana.
She's from Morgan City, Louisiana, yeah.
So he takes her recipes and opens this family restaurant.
Correct.
The first one was where?
In the Montrose, just down the street from where we are now.
Okay, did you visit the original?
I made them on a late night. Catered to the late night crowd.
Right,
so
right.
Probable.
He doesn't remember.
Yeah.
It's my early days.
Okay, so they come in, family-oriented, family recipes, and you think that's the secret, is that it was like home-cooked meals?
I mean, it's a scratch kitchen, and it's an original homemade recipes, and it's making the guests a priority, you know, and we work hard at that. And I think that the guests appreciate that and pay us back with positive word of mouth advertising and repeat visits.
And you guys have how many locations now?
We're at 13.
No kidding.
Yes, sir.
Wow, that's incredible. Yeah, and you oversee this restaurant?
I oversee all of our operations.
All your operations?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Wow, that's fantastic. How'd you get in the restaurant business?
Finishing up school. Actually, I met the owner.
High school or college?
College. Finishing up college. Actually, I met the owner when we ran track together at the University of Houston, and I've been close friends with him ever since. And I was finishing up school and working in the restaurant on the side, and ended up realizing that I was good at it, and that was probably my best opportunity for success, and just stuck with it ever since.
These are Creole, right?
All right. What are these?
I'll go over all that. That's our lemon pepper.
All right, we'll go over there in a minute. I want to hear your story. So you're going to...
Please send me the trick way.
Oh, woo, look at this.
Everything looking beautiful?
It does. Love it. I don't know if you noticed, but I like these. All right, so you know the guy in college. You're running track with him. He gives you an opportunity, and then what?
Well, he and I were working in restaurants, just finishing up college. We're done with the track and field and finishing up our studies, and he ended up opening his own concept, BB's, and after it grew a little bit, well, then he brought me on as a manager, and I've been here ever since. And you know, it's hard to find good people to work for, and I think that's what really makes me so proud to be part of the team, you know.
But you are, I mean, apart from him knowing you, right? So knowing you develops a trust.
Correct.
Okay, I can trust him with my business, right? But after trust comes more, right?
Yeah.
You obviously have shown him that you can manage it, you can make it successful, you can train your team. I'm just saying that because don't cut it short. You are running 13 stores. You obviously have a talent of training restaurant people? What do you, I mean, if you could pick 2 things that you typically train staff with, what is it? Like I'm coming off the street, I'm going to be a waiter. What are you going to tell me?
I don't know if it's training as much as it's recognizing the right people. Okay. And you know, I think the number one thing is a sense of urgency. I mean, the customers have to feel that they're important, and that's a skill set in and of its own. And I think that's number one. Number 2 is probably attention. You know, I mean, you have to be able to focus on the task at hand. And so those are probably the 2 larger things. You have to show a sense of urgency. You have to make people feel important, and you have to be able to stay on task. I mean, working in restaurants is not easy. It's not for everybody, but it can be a very successful route if you take it seriously and you give back to those that have given to you so much. And it's that simple. You know, like Sam says, simple isn't always easy, and that's the trick. You know, it's just stick it to it. I think
what you said is phenomenal. Hiring the right people it's key, I think, for any business.
Yeah.
When you hire those people, are you asking certain questions to see it? Or Billy's been in this long enough that he knows, he's got a little gut feeling of?
You know, it's a little bit of both. But you know, hiring people can sometimes be like a batting average, you know, and you're going to win some and you're going to lose some. And there aren't bad people, just people that aren't a good fit for what we expect out of them. And I think that, you know, trying to determine if they're going to demonstrate our core values, you know, if they're going to work hard, you know, if they're going to help their team members. These are the things that we look for with hiring, you know, and rewarding those that really show us that they're trying to go above and beyond to make the guests, you know, want to come back. I think it's more of that than it is necessarily picking the right ones. It's showing gratitude to the ones that are helping us with our purpose, you know, and the more you can do that, and the more you can fight through the hard times, the more you're setting yourself up for success tomorrow, you know.
If I can add that their core values are clear and help them to find those right people, and I might not get the words exactly right, but one of them is no job is above you.
No job is beneath us.
No job is beneath you. Thank you. Thank God there wasn't a test. Yeah, no job is beneath you. Thanks he was here is so critical to them because they want everybody thinking they're talented. And there's a great story. I won't put Bill on the spot where he had to do something that no one likes to do when there's a problem at a restaurant, and he's willing to do it. And then that ownership mentality, that ownership mindset, you want everybody thinking as if they were an owner. And I think those core values really define the right people for them, and you see it when you're at one of their locations that everybody feels that way. Everybody's pitching in. The manager has to, you know, serve is able, their servant's able.
Because something that he said that I think is, and as I've interviewed restaurants throughout this podcasting thing, food is important, but experience is also as equally important. In every restaurant that I've interviewed, that sense of urgency that you talked about, right? Somebody sits down, they probably don't want to sit there for 40 minutes and never see a waiter, right? You know, and knowing that they're probably hungry and you want to try to get things out as quick as you can to them. I mean, the 2 things he said in the beginning are dead on, I think, for me as a customer, for sure. Yeah. We kind of say that in the dealership world too, like when somebody takes their car to a dealership in the service department, if that person is out there hanging for 5 minutes and nobody greets them, in that person's world, it's been 45 minutes. It may really only be 5 minutes, but in their concept, in their perception, I've been waiting here forever.
Yeah.
Well, you're not going to sell anything if the customer's already starting out saying, I've been here forever. You know, so I thought it was great what you said. So BB's Tex-Orleans is great.
And the food's got to be good. You know, we're known for fresh seafood. We're known for foods that you share with your crew and your family. And we're a scratch-made kitchen, and we're very proud of that.
All right, what are we going to start with?
Right here, we've got an appetizer.
Where's your plate? Are you going to join us?
No, I'm going to leave this for you guys. I get my fair share. I want to make sure y'all get plenty.
And the food, and you know, we're talking about Europe. The quality of food is good. Look how thin he is. Yeah, and you met Brooks, he's in there also thin. So we know that this is good.
I eat more BB's food than anybody on this planet, and that's a fact. We've got our Cajun empanadas. This is an empanada dumpling that's stuffed with shrimp, crawfish, Alfredo sauce, celery, onions, and some Cajun spices. They're delicious. That's our avocado ranch for dipping.
Wait,
right?
let's stop there. Let's have a taste. Before you go on.
Got it.
So we don't mix this. We got to go.
This is our most popular appetizer, and they're gaining popularity every day.
So what's in this again?
That's going to be shrimp, crawfish, an Alfredo sauce, celery, onions, and a blend of spices. Lightly fried to perfection, and then served with our avocado ranch.
That is delicious.
So good, huh?
Just has the right amount of crisp to it.
Could I say this like an etouffee empanada kind of thing?
It's similar to that, although it doesn't have an etouffee dressing, but it's going to have similar spices, and so you're going to get a hint of that for certain. Moving on to a current promotion that we're running, which has gotten a tremendous response from our guests. This is called our Triple Play, and you get your choice of any three of a list of our items. Right here we have our hot and spicy boiled shrimp, our snow crab cluster, and our boudin link served with a side of our Cajun dirty rice. It's delicious, and you can mix and match, and it's right now on special for $19.99.
We gotta try this. While we work on this.
I'm rolling up my sleeve.
Yeah, come on. This is get a little rice here. Get a shrimp. This may be with my hands.
Oh yeah. Get you a good leg there.
And then I gotta cut this, I think, here.
They didn't deliver a knife.
Well,
there you go.
We'll do it the old-fashioned way. All right, man. Sorry about sticking my hand in there. It's family
It's
style.
all right. We're family. We share.
All right, so let me tell you, while he's getting his food, and we're gonna taste this. What is your favorite car?
I'm sorry?
Your favorite car. What is the car that Billy wants to have one day in the Billy Museum?
That's easy. 69 Mustang Boss 429.
Oh, nice.
Little pricey side. The realistic one might be just a 69, a 68 or a 69 Mach 1.
Okay, that tells me you're a car guy.
Little bit.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. All right, what's your, of all the places you've traveled, what's your favorite?
Probably Puerto Vallarta. Done some little deep sea fishing there, was probably one of my favorite places. My most memorable place was West Texas. When I was a kid, my dad took us to McDonald Observatory in Fort Davis, and we saw Halley's Comet pass over in, what was it, 1986? So I was 8 years old. So
Wow.
So in another, I think it's 40 years, I'll be able to return to that spot and watch it pass again. That's probably my most memorable trip.
For sure. And it has some nice memory attached, right?
I got it.
You got to get all in on this.
Oh my God, this is the taste.
Did you get the spice on the shrimp?
I did. That's what I was gonna tell you. So, I mean, and I'm not kidding here. You go to a lot of places, and it's an overbearing amount of seasoning or whatever, right? This is the perfect amount. Like, you get the seasoning, the flavor, the shrimp, but it's not overbearing. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I don't know if that was intentional.
There's a lot of work that goes into that.
All right.
A lot of work that
Because
goes.
sometimes you go and all you feel is the burn or the seasoning, and you're like, but this is perfect. It's the shrimp and the seasoning all in one.
And that's like I said earlier, the things that are simple are not always easy, and it's not easy to find just the right amount of spice. It's easier to overspice it. So that's something we work really hard at.
Right.
Having just the amount of citrus, just the amount of heat to it. Something right now that we're very proud of is our loyalty program. It's called our Crew of Royalty, and you know, just to keep it short and sweet, I mean, this has got to be one of the best loyalty programs around. I mean, we basically are giving away free stuff every week to our members of this thing, and it's I'll say it again, it's got to be one of the best loyalty programs around, as far as rewards and perks of a loyalty program. Let me get you another one. We with our hands around here.
I was going to tell you, this is, now I know why this is here.
All right.
because we're gonna eat.
Yeah, we got some more coming too. So.
All right.
These here are soon-to-be famous wings. Something we're very proud of. That's somewhat new to the menu. We've got 2 different flavors here. This is our lemon pepper, and this is our Creole wet, which is a flavor that's unique to us. You know, everybody in town's got a buffalo flavor and a mango habanero flavor, but nobody has this flavor, and it's very popular. We're very proud of them. They're new to the menu, and I would encourage you guys to give me some honest feedback on those things. And I was telling about our crew of royalty. Right now, this weekend, if you are a crew of royalty, if you bought 15 wings, you get 5 free.
The Creole.
I'm on my way to that one, but I'll tell you, this is delicious. Again, and I know it sounds crazy, but having the right amount of seasoning is important. You know, I know that when I cook, sometimes I overdo it, and my wife will go, "You added too much salt."
Yeah.
Or too much whatever.
Yeah.
This is perfect. Perfectly.
And
a lot of taste tests. A lot of taste tests got us to that balance of those spices. We spent a lot of time in research and development, making sure that we're considering the balance of.
When there's a Texans game, are you guys open?
Oh yeah.
Because this is what you got to eat right here.
Yeah, we've got plenty of TVs, plenty of big screen TVs, as you can see for game watching. We're a great spot for that. And this is our
I'm grabbing one of these.
This is our red bean charo red beans. That's our lanya. It's just a little something extra we give to all of our guests. So everybody that walks in the door gets one of those because we believe in giving back to our customers.
This reminds me of barbecue shrimp, New Orleans style. You ever had that? This is like barbecue chicken New Orleans style. Am I right?
Yeah. We just can't say that in Texas because nobody knows what barbecue shrimp really is.
Was that what you guys?
They think it's shrimp on the Barbie, and it's not. It's a different dish.
Hey, I'm not just fat. I know some stuff about
it.
Yeah,
was that the flavor profile you were looking for?
Yeah, he took the words right out of Brooks's mouth when he just said that. That's you're the first person that's nailed it like that. Yeah.
See.
And they're a much larger wing than what you're going to see at a lot of wing places, and that's something to us that's important. I mean, we want to set ourselves apart from every other wing spot there is. So you can see how much larger they are than a typical wing.
That, my friend, is going to set you apart. Absolutely delicious.
Great food to share with friends or family.
I'm gonna bring. I have my middle son Andrew. He loves wings. This he'll go crazy. Go crazy.
And we're very. You know, I don't know how much you guys eat wings, but wings seem simple, but they're not easy. They're very easy to mess up, and so we pay close attention to the tenderness of the meat, the marinade that we use for it, how long it's cooked for, how fresh they are. At some of the places that serve wings all the time, I mean, they're having to hold them hot under heat lamps and things like that. And it's just an inferior product.
Right, 100%, 100%. So while we get the chips and these beans, right?
Yeah, those are a charo red bean. That's a dish that we came up with ourselves. Just to give something back to the guests.
It's got a little bit of a sausage.
Yeah,
all right, while I get
in there.
What's on your bucket list of where you want to go travel-wise? Where would you like to go one day? What's on your list?
Gosh, I'd like to see some of the older parts of Europe. I'd like to see Italy. I'd like to see parts of Greece. In the shorter term, though, I've got 2 small children. And I do want them to see all of the bigger national parks, Yellowstone, Glacier. That was kind of the first step before we get too far out.
There's a lot to see in America.
Yeah.
I mean, one of my favorite places in the U.S. is Lake Tahoe. I think Lake Tahoe is absolutely drop dead for you.
Yeah, I've seen it, but I've flown over it, but I've never been there.
If I may add, because I have the great fortune to work with a leadership team. And I know you're getting that Bill speaks about how they think about the menu items, and I get to see them in action. Not only Bill, but the rest of the leadership team. They're so focused on every little detail when they talk about the experience at the restaurant, crew of loyalty program. There's incredible intentionality around what it takes to really give the customer an incredible experience. It's not, we'll just
it's like a
this
flop.
out.
But you can tell
No,
him,
it is.
number one, you can tell in Billy just in the few, you can tell he's a man of integrity and character, right? That means a good leader. That he's going to be fair and just and right.
Yep.
And so you can tell it, and you can feel it with the wait staff, and again, the customers. You know, they're laughing and they're happy, and it's a happy place, right?
Yeah, it's got to be.
They're liking the food, or they wouldn't be happy and smiling and, you know, doing all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But man, I'll tell you what, this was absolutely delicious. Very good food. This was a twist between the Cuban red beans and the Cubans have a frijoles rojo, and then obviously in New Orleans you got red beans and rice. This is a little in between both, right?
Yeah.
It's not like just red beans and rice,
Right.
and it's not the Cuban red beans and rice. It's got this great middle texture.
Right.
I mean, perfect for dipping.
Yeah, and the sausage to me, when I come here and I have that, I love.
Is it sausage or is it ham hock?
It's sausage.
Sausage.
It's andouille.
Yeah.
It's andouille. And you know, on our menu, you're going to see a really healthy mix of authentic dishes and things that are original to us. I mean, the empanadas, the red bean charros. I mean, those are unique to BB's.
Who's coming up with these like this? Who's coming up with these ideas?
Well, we have I have a counterpart named Adam Gilvery that handles the majority of our R&D, and then Brooks, the owner of the company, is a visionary, and he's constantly coming up with things like this. It's just a creative group, you know, and they
And the
put these things together.
atmosphere and the leadership allows for that to happen.
Yeah. And they're also very clear, which helps them, I think, my interpretation of it, they're clear of who they're catering to. It's the family, it's a group of friends. They like the vibe of people getting together. So the way I see it is all their menu items are about how do we create that environment where people are sharing and talking. As you notice, everything we're just digging in and sharing out the food and conversation. Well, they're very intentional about, from my interpretation, I'm not a restaurant expert at all, they are, but the way I see it is that they know who this is for, so everything is designed to create that.
Create an experience where people want to have fun, because that's what they're going to remember.
That's
you know?
right.
And that's what I'm hearing in what you're saying too.
Yeah.
And so the more that we can create a fun experience for them, the more that, you know, they're going to want to come back.
That's great. That's great. Well, Billy, thank you for letting us be here. The food is phenomenal. BB's, Tex-Orleans, 13 locations, one in San Antonio.
Correct.
You guys have done a great job. If you're in Houston, come out and try them. It is absolutely, absolutely delicious.
Check us out at bbstexorleans.com, and you can sign up for our crew of royalty there, and we'd love to see you out.
Thank you for listening to Wheels, Deals, and Meals, your main source for all things good and fun, business, food, and cars. If you like this episode, make sure to rate us and subscribe. If you would like to be a guest on our show, please leave a message at the link below. Till next time, happy eating!